Shalmaneser, and I believe his son or grandson were the ones that came up against us around 725, 724 BC, and took captive the kingdom of Israel and brought them to their land. And then from there, Israel got together and came over here to the Americas. You know, after a period of so many years. All right. So go ahead, brother.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 4.
Oh, sorry. Do you have any more?
Fine.
Stop, brother.
And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to so king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. So he's paying them tribute, basically.
Right.
Therefore, the king of Assyria.
But then he stopped.
Right.
So what happened was he had stopped paying them tribute. You see, Hosea. I mean, it was Hosea, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was going up because these kings were set up by the Most High, man. So he had to pay them tribute. So he just like, fuck, I ain't gonna pay these heathen money or tribute.
Yeah.
But the Most High set them up, man. It was prophets. It was prophets that told. Who was it? That told. Was it Jeroboam? I believe. I'm sorry. That told. I believe it was Jeroboam. Prophets told them that the kingdom was going to be rent. You know. Go ahead.
It says Hoshea, for he had sent messages to so king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. That's some of the things, the Assyrians know.
Yeah, man, they were ruthless.
Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria and placed him at Halah in the harbor by the river of Gozan and in the cities of the Medes.
Right, and that was the last time that the 10 tribes saw the land of Israel, or Samaria, from that point on. All right? Go ahead.
Daniel 7 verse 4. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
That was the kingdom of Assyria. Go ahead.
And beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man.
Right, so that, in other words, that was the Assyrian symbol, like the brother Barak Bar showed. It was the lion with the wings, right? And when Nebuchadnezzar came into power, that same symbol, it was a lion, but standing up with the same symbol, but it wasn't on his feet, it was standing up. Right? It represented Nebuchadnezzar. Okay? And the Assyrians got conquered by the Babylonians. Now the Babylonian Empire ruled from 605 to 539 BC. Alright? Go ahead.
And it says, and made stand upon the feet as a man.
As a man, because that man represented Nebuchadnezzar. Mosai gave him the power, alright, to rule the earth at that particular point in time. You know? Go ahead.
And a man's heart was given to it.
Yeah, that man's heart was Nebuchadnezzar. Okay? Go ahead.
And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side.
Right, that's why we call Russia the bear. They even call themselves the Great Bear, because it was talking about the Medo Persians. Right. But let me break it down right? Read it again.
Okay. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side,
right, and
it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it.
Right, now the Medes, all right, because they came up. That's why it's Medo-Persian. The Medes ruling first. Okay, the Medes ruling first. All right, and their symbol was the bear. Right. All right, now those were the sons of Japheth. Now let me get that in Genesis, the Table of Nations, 10th chapter. All right, because wherever their sons, the Medes went, in the lands they conquered, It was named after them, right? The land of the Medes.
I got it.
And where Russia's at today, that was one of the lands of the children of Madai, or the Medes, all right? And their symbol was the bear, the bear, okay? And Russia kind of took over that same spirit. They called themselves the bear.
Right.
You know? So that's all in the spirit, man. Okay?
Got it.
You got
All
it?
right, go
Okay, so what?
Genesis chapter 10 verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus.
Okay. Yeah, so Madai is the Medes. Alright, so that you can understand. Okay, that's all we needed. You know? Go ahead, read on.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 5. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And
Right, that was talking about the Persians. Okay? And I believe Cyrus being the first ruler of the Persian Empire at that particular time when they came up. Alright, to rule. Alright, go ahead.
And it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh.
Right, so the three teeth, from what I remember, is going into the directions where they went to rule.
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe it was the north, west, and south. But I gotta go back to that. All right, it's been a while since I went through this breakdown. Go ahead.
And it says, and had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
Right, that's going into, right, brass. That's going into the Greek Empire with Alexander the Greek ruling. Now let me get that in the pocket with right, the Maccabees. And it starts explaining about Philip the Macedonian, and then it goes into it. All right, go ahead.
After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon
Right, like a leopard, because it was going into Alexander the Greek, or they call him the Great, so-called Great, and he was known for wearing a helmet, a leopard's head as a helmet. All right, that was his symbol. Okay. Go ahead.
After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard.
And I'm sorry, just to get the dates in, okay? Babylonian ruled from 605 to 539 BC, approximately. The Medo-Persian Empire ruled approximately from 539 to 331 BC, right? The Greek Empire, which we're at now, ruled approximately from 331 to 168 BC. And all these empires were set up by the Most High, okay? Go ahead.
Like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
Right, the 4 wings of a fowl represented the 4 generals of Alexander the Greek. What was that? Seleucus, Lysimachus, Cassander, and Ptolemy. All right, those were his 4 generals, which they all, after his death, started fighting against one another and shit to gain control and power. Go ahead.
It says, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and beheld a 4th beast, dreadful.
A 4th beast, dreadful. Now notice the depreciation of the precious metals, right? It was gold, then silver, right? Those are the top, right? Then it went to brass, which brass kind of look like, like it's a derivative of gold, kind of look nice, but it's not as precious as gold, right? And then they just went to what? Go ahead.
After this I saw in the night visions, and behold a 4th beast.
A 4th beast.
Dreadful and terrible.
A 4th kingdom. Remember, the beast represents the kingdom. Go ahead.
and strong exceedingly